Hey, what's up, Nelson? What's up, Dilbeck? Good morning, Bruno. Good morning, John. How's your guys' week's been? Mine's been okay. Started off, hitting a biggest day on Monday, I think, something like that, and then biggest red day yesterday, but which could have been easily avoided, honestly. I could have been down by half of that. Actually, I could have been down nothing. I could have even been in profit yesterday if I had just traded well, but I didn't. So I paid for that. But that's kind of how the market is. Um, if you're working an office job, you make a mistake, your boss hits you on the hand, tells you not to do it again, and then you go home with a paycheck still. The markets, you make a mistake, you pay for it with real money. You give away money. You don't just not make anything, you lose money. So kind of how it is. And not everybody can last the markets because of that. But I like it, and I'm doing okay, I think. Okay, enough about that. Today's Friday. Got some decent gappers already. We've got BLRX, Airy, EQ, kind of the three that I'm looking at, and then there's a few from last night that I'm interested in, just kind of seeing how they play out. MGen yesterday, I had bought this here somewhere as it looked to be breaking out, and then I sold into this ramp into the afternoon. Had absolutely no, on this chart, I took a 10% move. I still took a good chunk. I'm very happy with that long. But then look, boom, all of a sudden it squeezed to $2. So, and I mean, I had no idea this was going to happen, but either way, good trade. I don't really know, honestly, what it's going to do now. This is, to me, like, some people might know, but to me, it's already kind of getting choppy. It's more of a short squeeze at this point. So I'm just gonna let it trade and choose a direction today. In the after the open, maybe in 15, 20, maybe like 10 a.m. plus or something. Kind of just see what it's doing and then join the trend. If not, I'll most likely just be leaving this one alone. Monica, does BLRX have dilution? I'll get into that in just a second. Which one was that one? Oh, that was okay. No plan on this one. Gapping down too much. Probably does nothing. But I don't know. Maybe if we regain some traction, hold this $330 level, start ramping up into the afternoon, maybe I'll consider a long or something. But no real plan anymore on this one. Pola, this is the one that kicked me in the butt yesterday. I definitely got trapped into this huge crack from the 330s down to the 310s. And I thought it was over, and I thought every pop was just gonna come back down, but it never did. And then I was like, okay, well, this one's gonna come back down, well, this one's gonna come back down, and every time I did that, it just kept going higher and higher, and before you know it, I was down kind of a lot of money. So bad trading on Pola, right? But I mean, now sorry, hold on, let me fix my mic, it's in the way. Okay. Now Pola, it's gapping down. I mean, in hindsight, yeah, if I just held this overnight, I would be green right now. But what if it gapped up to 450 or something? But now I'm thinking, there's still meat on the bone down in the 250s. There's still a 20% move to be made. You just gotta time it well. And I'm gonna just wait for the open, see what it's doing. If we can pick up some volume, because right now, we're only at 200K and not enough really to take any sizable position, anything meaningful. So I'm gonna be just waiting for the open, see if we can, start getting some volume. If we start trending down, and then I'll join the trend. Otherwise, no play on that one. Airy. Airy, the chart looks super weak, honestly. But no real like volume anywhere. Lower float, a little bit of a high, not the lowest float that we've seen, the last several weeks and stuff, but a little bit of a lower float. And the chart looks pretty done. But I'm not really gonna do anything with this, just in case. At least not right now, until after the open, just in case maybe an algo comes in, decides to rip it on us. Just because there's no daily volume, I'm not really interested in touching it until again after the open. I'm pretty sure they are losing money. I'm just checking the fundamentals. They are losing money. Let me see if they have any dilution. I know I already did this, I just forgot. They have some warrants at $1.50. They do have some dilution. They have about 8 million shares to sell, and that's probably why you can see that this chart is really weak. Not enough volume to overwhelm the 8 million shares that they need to sell. So it just keeps fading just because they have so much. If this had been trading 20 million pre-market, then this action would be completely different, and the dilution wouldn't really matter because they would be able to get rid of all of those shares very quickly, and the stock could still keep going up. And that's something I'm kind of learning to understand a little bit, like looking at the volume, looking at how much dilution they have, seeing if it overwhelms it or not, seeing if they're out or not, if they're still selling. I'm really trying to learn to read the tape better. And that's why I've started recording my screen while I trade, to kind of, just because I can't really watch everything all at once. And so I can go back into those key moments on the chart where maybe there's a swipe, maybe there's some interesting price action, and be able to rewatch that. BLRX, this is the one that I'm currently in. So this one is an interesting trade I took. So the pre-market chart looks, it almost looks, I'm only right about 75% of the time. So 25 to 30% of the time I am wrong on trades, and this could be one of them. But this is kind of what I'm seeing. This chart looks so bullish at this point that it's almost making it a better short, because if everybody's trying to buy this, then everybody's going to be stuck in it long, so it's going to go down. That's just one. I mean, again, I could be wrong. So I'm not like in my full account, I'm not in huge size, I'm just trying to read this as I see this chart. Plus the fact that this has no real volume anywhere. I mean, it's got a little bit here and there, but nothing big, which tells me that more longs are gonna be interested, something that maybe an algo can catch on to. So it seems almost too bullish to be true, right? Like kind of too good to be true, but I say too bullish to be true. So it just seems like everybody's going to be long on this, so it's just not going to be a good long trade, because you don't want to be on the same side as everyone. Because just as in shorting, if everybody's short in the same area or the same chart, those are usually going to be your big squeezers, because once somebody started covering, then somebody else sees it, oh crap, I want to get out before it squeezes, and then it just kind of like a big snowball effect where everybody starts to cover, creating a huge squeeze. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on this, coupled with the fact that, and Monica, this is the answer to your question, and I'll pull it up for you. BLRX, And I'm going to be looking at, at the end of the day through all this too, just to make sure that I'm actually reading this all correctly, because this is a trade I'm actually interested in learning from, not just because this is not an ideal setup, but I think this is one that will work out. So they have warrants at 219, 220, just basically 220 area, and there's quite a bit of them. Again, I don't know how active all of these are, but if you go into here, then you can see how much of these are active or not. So I'm just like trying to watch the price in too, because I insert over VWAP. Okay, so let's see. We'll just do this together. Completed, in progress. So okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one from January, February, March, from April, May, June, and September. So we got 1.8 million, 4.4 million, 9 million, 8.5 million. Oh no, remaining right here, 8.5, 9. Okay, so same thing. So they have, what is that? 17, 23. Just rough number. They have 25 million shares that they will be selling into. Now let's see. They also have. Okay, well this one's completed. They don't have any remaining. I don't know what resale shares are. That I would have to research. But if this is accurate, if this information here is correct, then there's quite a bit of dilution, and unless I'm reading this wrong. That's why, again, the only thing that I'm hesitant on is because there's no actual daily volume weighted resistance, which is obviously what kind of makes me nervous. Coupled with the fact that, yes, this is a bullish chart, but I'm trying to read the price action, and that's kind of where I see an edge. Again, I'm wrong 25-30% of the time, so this is not something that, I'm an A+ setup for me. I'm more of trying to take the trade and then see if I'm right or not. But that's my take on BLRX. I think there's too many longs, and I think that there's a lot of dilution. But you can kind of see, like, just zooming in, here's a ramp, gets sold, here's a ramp, gets sold, little pops, every pop gets sold, another pop gets sold, it ramps up again. I'm thinking this is maybe more of a newsletter push, somebody's chat, maybe Ross, I don't know, and then gets sold, and then pop again, sold. So you can kind of clearly see that they're selling into these pops. Again, I don't really know exactly, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they don't have as much dilution as I think they do, and then this ends up squeezing. Maybe an algo comes in, I don't know, but that's my take on BLRX. And as you can see, it's popping again, so it's definitely there is definitely bid support in here. They're definitely trying to keep it up. Maybe they want it over 220s, maybe they want it up past 3x, and then I'll take a loser on this, but we'll just kind of wait and see what happens with this one. EQ, I'll get into questions in just 1 second. Oh man, EQ keeps going lower. This was nice if you were able to get this into this pop here to like $8. Looking at the daily, we had a big run, sold off. You can see clear resistance at $8, $8 to $10 kind of is your range. If it's gapping below, if this had gapped to 12, then obviously I wouldn't be using those levels, but it's under those levels. The next resistance points are going to be $8 to $10. So if you were able to able to get in, I just don't wake up early enough. If you're able to get in anywhere here, then that's really nice. And now it's fading off, and I think EQ also has dilution. So let's really, I'm gonna go back to questions. Also, while trying to manage this trade as well. Okay. Monica, when you started, did you use Trade Zero for a small account? What do you suggest to short? Yep, Trade Zero. Lucas, question on MGen. How did it break through the 266 mil resistance? Because it's not over. Let's zoom out. Because it didn't fail. It held its gains. That's why. If this had fallen down back down to 50 cents, and then next time it retests these levels, yes, it'll fail. But it never failed. So that's why it squeezed. Yeah, you gotta think like Dan Irish. You don't want to be on the same side as everybody, because the 90% of traders that lose are on the same side. So big volume coming in. What time is it? 6:22. Let's just watch this together. If this gets sold into, then you'll see what I'm talking about. What I'm looking for right now is a huge red volume candle. And if we get that, then that's a hint to me that they're selling. And I'll show you why I think that. Don't mind that was a misprint. When it hit 216, that was a misprint. And I'll show you what I mean on UUU from yesterday. And here it is. Now if we go below 2.2, that's going to give me even more conviction. Come on, a couple more cents. You know, I could be completely totally wrong and I have maybe no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that. Wow, what a pull. Look at that selling. And I mean, if you guys, I know maybe some of you guys are also following me because of Steven Johnson, and he's a great trader. I learned a lot from him. He taught me a lot, and we're still good buddies. And I saw him post on Twitter today that something about shorts getting lucky, something about BLX being a bad trade. On a strictly data point, like if you're going just off your data that you've been tracking, yes, not a good trade. But I am trying to become not just a data-driven trader, but I'm also trying to learn what's going behind the scenes and why do stocks make moves that they make. I want to learn as much as I can, you know, on the, you know, not just on price action and what everybody sees, but I want to go further in depth to understand moves better and to understand why something is moving, why something is pulling back so much, why something is squeezing so much, things like that. And I think and I believe that there's just a lot of selling. So yes, there's no daily volume resistance, but I believe that there's going to be a lot of selling, and hopefully this kind of proves it. I mean, again, this can be bought up, go up higher, could be wrong. So this is not an A+ setup for me, just saying. Oh, I wanted to show you. Sorry guys, I probably won't get to everybody's questions today. It's already almost open. This happened exactly on a CKT. Look at this from yesterday. You get this ramp, sold into, ramp, sold into, ramp, sold into, ramp, huge selling, and then we finally dump. Everybody shorts at the bottom, like thinking this is over, it's gonna fall, and then they get squeezed. Everybody buys, you know, when it starts going, and then it sells off. So everybody's just getting run over because everybody's chasing. Either shorts are chasing down or longs are chasing up, and then people don't understand that this is being diluted. People don't understand the behind the scenes work of UUU. Sure, it's, you know, everybody's just trading off of maybe like prices and stuff, but like you have to understand there's a lot more going on to stocks than just what their price is at. You have to there's a lot of manipulation nowadays, especially. So this is what I'm talking about, and this is sort of the action I'm seeing on BLRX. Cole, what was the dilution on UU? Again, I don't know. I don't remember the filings. I don't know if I went over them or not. But this isn't normal price action. Plus, look at all these red volume. Like, look at all the selling. Boom, boom, boom. Like, if you've been trading low caps, small caps for long enough, you will understand that this is very manipulated. If you know anything about penny stocks, you know that this is not normal price action. So going off of that, then going off of the volume, going off of these huge, because this move from $5 down to $4, a 25% move in a minute, you know, there's something going on there. Anyway, okay, it's a couple minutes to the bell. I'm gonna focus. I'll see you guys on Monday. I guess it's Friday, so see you guys later.